Okay, all right. So this is in open B low tuning. Could be a baritone guitar, but hopefully your guitar can play this low. But this is the tuning. Your low E string goes all the way down to B, A string down to F sharp, D string down to B, G string down to D sharp, B string down to F sharp, high A string down to B. So you get this. Some of these chords, this is the way that I think that she's playing them, but there's other ways if these are too hard. So I'll show you what I think it is and then an alternate. And I'll also have a full tab available on my Patreon page. The link will be in the description. Okay, so the intro is just this chord. Now this is how I think she's playing it. I think she's taking her first finger and barring the 5th fret on the bottom 2 strings, and then pinky on the 8th fret of the 3rd string, the formerly G string. That might be hard. You can sort of do it without the bar and just that, or you could just ditch this and then just play like this, or like, so this would be first finger on the 5th fret of the low string, 2nd finger on the 5th fret of the 5th string, and 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. Do that chord. Kind of works. So this is first finger on the 3rd fret of the G string, the 3rd string, 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the low E string, pinky on the 5th fret of the A. Those are all options. This is an E chord. So there's not that many chords in this song. There's like 5 chords and one of them is E. So you could play this for E, or this one that I think it often is, if you can do it. Okay. Let's talk for a second about the strumming. So the way I'm doing the strumming, and this is another thing, there's different ways you could do it, but so on the first beat, I'm playing the thumb on the low strings. And then the whole rest of it is my index just going down, up, down, up. It ends up being up, down, up, down, up, down, up, thumb. It's like thumb, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, thumb, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Thumb, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, thumb, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And I'm kind of focusing my index finger on sort of these middle strings, like the B, the G, and the D. And again, just sort of swiping back and forth. Again, there's different ways. You could do the whole thing with your... That might be what it is, actually. It might be just the thumb. That sounds a lot like it too. I don't know, I like playing like that, but so some version of that. But it's a pretty simple kind of strumming. Okay, so that was the intro. So now the verse. Okay, so the verse, now you have this chord, which is B. Now, B could work with just all open. I think it's all open and the 8th fret on the 3rd string. Okay, I'm gonna call this one measure, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, then back to that E, which again, I'm playing with this first finger barring the 5th fret on the 2 low strings and my pinky playing the 8th fret on the 3rd string, but you could also play it like this. 5th fret on the low E, 5th fret on the A, 5th fret on the G, or 5th fret on the low E, 5th fret on the A, 3rd fret on the G. Those all work as E strings for this chord, for this song. Then it goes to the F sharp chord, which sometimes is definitely this. So like, you could do this with 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, 4. I'm doing with 2, 3, 4. So 2nd finger on the 7th fret of the low E, 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the A, pinky on the 7th fret of the G. But it's also definitely sometimes, I shouldn't say definitely, but I hear this. So it's very similar, but 8th fret on the G instead of 7th fret. See, sometimes you kind of hear that sound. Sometimes I feel like I hear that. So it's basically, I mean, the main thing of the verse is just going B, E, F sharp, back to E. which again, if those are really hard, you could do B, E, F sharp, E, right? Then it does that again, B, E, F sharp, and then this time E and stay on E for an extra bar. North Star right? Okay, like that. Then it sort of repeats the verse, and the second time, B, E, F sharp, E, and this time instead of an extra bar on the E, back up to the F sharp for a bar. 1, 2, 3, which again could be this, 7, 7, 8 on the G, or 7, 7, 7 on the G. That's the verse. That's the verse. Which brings us to the chorus. Okay, so the first chorus then starts with, well, both choruses start with E. I switched to this chord for the E there. I liked how it sounded, and it might be what she's actually playing. There's like, you know, there's like a couple guitars on there, so you can't totally tell. So this is the version of E where I'm using my second finger on the 5th fret of the low E, third finger on the 5th fret of the A, and pinky on the 5th fret of the G. That's for 2 bars, E. Then back to your B, and then F sharp, right? Back to E for 2 bars, 1, 2, and now, new chord, G sharp minor. First finger on the 8th fret of the G, second finger on the 9th fret of the low E, third finger on the 9th fret of the A. And that's just for 1 bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then take this shape and move it down here. So now your first finger's on the 3rd fret of the G, second finger's on the 4th fret of the E, third finger's on the 4th fret of the A. And now just like the beginning of the chorus, E, F sharp. Now this is where the first chorus and the second chorus are different. The first chorus is then just going to go E, B, F sharp again, and it does the F sharp now for 3 bars. 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 2. Oh, just right? Okay, so that's the first chorus. Ends with those 3 bars of F sharp. The second chorus starts exactly the same. So it's E, 2 bars, B, F sharp, E, here's that, G sharp minor, D sharp minor, E, but now instead of, sorry, I have to look at my little notes to remember. Oh yeah, it repeats that E, B, F sharp, E, G sharp minor, D sharp minor. It repeats that 3 times. G sharp minor, D sharp minor. Now just repeat that whole sequence, meaning E, B, F sharp, back to E, G sharp minor, D sharp minor. Okay, one more time, repeat that, and then I'm 27. And it does that one more time. So it sort of like repeats the E to G sharp to D sharp version, right? 27, and I don't know and now it's just going to repeat E, B, F sharp. And it repeats that like 5 times or so. Sort of like outro is Emily, sorry, right? Just going E, F sharp. Okay, I feel like I went pretty fast, but hopefully it's figure outable. Like I said, there's a tab available, and this also works in any open tuning. You could do it in open D, it's just that it'll be higher. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions or comments or suggestions or concerns. And thank you so much for watching.